Hey guys, welcome to Watchdog Central. Today I want to talk a little bit about the Oscars that was on the other night, and I was asked by a couple of people to give my take on it. Do I think that the Oscars is racist? Because for some reason everybody wants to talk about racism nowadays. I don't know why all of a sudden over the last couple of years everyone wants to talk about racism. I just don't fucking understand it. It's not getting anybody anywhere, it's just making people more and more irritated. It's just dividing more and more people, and it doesn't do or help anything or any situation or anybody, in my opinion. Do I think the Oscars is racist? No. I'll be honest with you, there are lots of white people in the audience at the Oscars. Maybe that's because there's more white people, more white actors out there. Maybe that's why. You know, you want to talk about racism here. You know, you want to try to make white people be responsible for racism and all this shit. A lot of people do nowadays for some reason. But you've got to remember that the Jews run Hollywood. The Jewish people run Hollywood, you know. Why aren't black people slating and slandering Jewish people here? No, they'll just slate the colour of your skin though. They'll slate white people. They'll generalise white people, you know. If white people went around all day generalising black people, there'd be fucking more uproar than there is now. But, you know, just because there's, I guess, more white people in the world than black people, it's perfectly acceptable to be racist to white people. And for some reason, it always seems to come down to only two kinds of colours, black and white. I mean, you're always going on about diversity, you're always going on about multiculturalism, but when it comes down to it, it just seems to come down to black and white all the time. You know, the majority of quite a lot of people on the internet nowadays keep bringing up racism, and it always tends just to go towards white people. I mean, it's never Mexicans are racist, it's never Chinese people are racist, and I've just been fucking honest with you here, because this is what I see. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you because it might offend you, because I'm not that kind of a fucking person. I don't usually talk about these kind of things on my channel, but I thought, fuck it, you want to talk about racism, let's just get everything out on the table here. You know, all this Black Lives Matter shit that's been coming out recently, and look at the motives behind it. I couldn't give a fuck. I really couldn't care about Black Lives Matter. If you want to go parading around and, you know, try and help black people, good for you. That's a wonderful cause. But when you're going around trying to shit stir and race bait and cause trouble and trying to divide people, then I have an issue with it. You know, because you want equality for people. That's your main goal. You want equality, then treat everybody the fucking same. Go after other people. Don't just go after only white people and try and make them look bad and slander them. You know, a lot of it's, especially over the last few months, is due to the politics that's been going on in America. All the politics, you know, you've got Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders. It just seems to be a fucking, it just seems to be a little race bait trolling slander session that's going on. And over the last few months, I've actually got sick of turning on the fucking internet. I've actually got bored and tired of turning on the web and listening to all this absolute fucking horseshit that's coming out of people's mouths. You know, you shouldn't have to, I'm not going to sit here and claim I'm not racist and how many black friends I've got, because that's what most people tend to do. Well, I can't be racist. I mean, I have I went to school with black people. I've got 3 black friends. They're my best buddies. I hang out with them at the weekend. Fuck off with that shit. I'm not going to explain myself to a fucking bunch of parasitic little cunts on the web who think I'm racist. Let's be honest here. You want equality, I want equality. I'm all up for equality. I'm all up for treating everybody the same. But until you stop taking pops at only white people, the people out there who are doing this I'm talking to, until you just deliberately only stop going after white people, then I won't. You're just a fucking, you're a hypocritical cunt. Now, the Oscars. What did I think of the Oscars that was on the other night? I thought the Oscars the other night, I'd say 85% of it was absolute shite. Usually, on most years, the Oscars are shite. I usually record it, watch it the next day, flick through it in about 20-30 minutes, and, you know, there might be a few key points that I'm interested in, but the majority of it overall is usually true. I mean, my opinions are that most of them are yuppie, clearly, because they have money. Yuppie cunts. That's what I think, and a lot of it doesn't really appeal to me, unless, I won't watch it unless there's an actor or an actress who I like, who I think might be up to win an award, you know. But overall, I thought the show this year was pretty shit compared to even other years, due to the fact that they tended to make the entire show in segments throughout all about race. Now, you should, I mean, fair enough. If you want to bring Chris Rock on at the beginning, let him do his stand-up fucking routine and go on about race. And like, Chris Rock, I love Chris Rock, you know, I love Chris Rock. People like Kevin Hart. I've seen many films with Kevin Hart, like Paper Soldiers, over the years. And I love Chris Rock's movies and his stand-up show. But the beginning part was quite good. You know, even the bit where he was bringing up race and all this. But as it went throughout the show, I just thought it was pointless what they did. They just tended to make every single segment throughout where he comes back on or Stacey Dash comes on and starts talking drivel. I just think the whole fucking load of it was just a pile of steaming horseshit, and it was totally unnecessary. You know, they just went on too fucking much about race, where it took away from the fun of actually watching the show, you know. That's my opinion. Okay, so do I believe that more people of colour should be winning awards? Sure, more people of colour. Not just black people, all colours, all different kinds of races should be winning awards. Yeah, definitely. I think it would be nice to see more people of colour winning awards. Do I think it's intelligent or clever to go around trying to bully people and force people into getting awards? No. I think awards should be won based off on their talent as being an actor. It's the same way, you know, you could sit here and call me racist for making this video when I've been bringing pretty good, decent points across into you in this video. I personally believe anyway. You could sit here and call me racist all you want, I couldn't care. But the fact is, I've made videos in the past where I've said that I think Idris Elba, who in my opinion is one of my favourite actors, I personally believe that they should even change the character of the colour of the character of James Bond and give it to Idris Elba, just for a couple of movies. I'd like to see Idris Elba play James Bond. Why? Because he's a good actor, not because he's black. You know, I had to state, even in the comment section, was people saying, well, don't you think they deserve to win it if they're, you know, if they're a decent actor? Sure, if they're a decent actor, that's why they should win it. That's why they should get an award. That's why they should get the part of James Bond. Idris Elba is a good British actor. That's why I thought he should get the part as James Bond. Even though it means changing the colour of the character, I just like to see Idris Elba play that part, because he's one of my favourite British actors. You know, like I say, it's not down to race, it's due to his acting ability. This is why people should win awards. People shouldn't be getting forced or bullied into giving awards out to people. I've seen a lot of stuff over the last couple of weeks about the UK Brit Awards. You know, the music awards, the Brit Awards in the United Kingdom, where there's not enough diversity, there's not enough people winning it. You know, whether there isn't actually enough, there's clearly enough talent out there, and I do believe that clearly more people of colour should be winning awards, but maybe at that point of the year, maybe at certain parts throughout the years, maybe there's just too much choice and it just didn't fall into the right hands, I guess. It doesn't mean that racism is involved in it, it just means you're unlucky. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, so all that bullshit aside, the actual Oscars themselves, so I was actually glad that Leonardo DiCaprio won an Oscar this year, which I think it was long overdue. I think he definitely deserved one in the past. You know, he's made quite a fucking good few movies over the years. Catch Me If You Can, Basketball Diaries. He's made many great movies, and I think that he well deserved. I mean, I think one of the only things that really pissed me off about the Oscars in the past was that The Shawshank Redemption, which is one of my favourite movies, didn't win more awards, you know. I think, you know, as a movie, that's one of my favourite movies ever. A great prison drama, you know, trying to break out of jail movie, fucking classic. If you haven't watched The Shawshank Redemption, watch it, but... And the acting in that film was amazing. You had Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, and Morgan Freeman never won an Oscar from that year. That's one of the things that will always irritate me, that he never actually won an Oscar. Morgan Freeman in The Shawshank Redemption, where he played the character Red. Fucking great acting in that film. And that's probably one of the only things that really irritate me about the Oscars in the past, that The Shawshank Redemption didn't win anything that year. Most of the awards that year went to Tom Hanks and for the film Forrest Gump. Me personally, I'm just being honest, I think that The Shawshank Redemption was a hell of a lot better than Forrest Gump. That's just my personal opinion. I know there's a few people out there that have disagreed with me that in the past about that, but I just think overall it was a better film, but it was definitely overlooked Morgan Freeman in that movie. But anyway, that's enough rambling on for me today. I shall see you hopefully in the next video.